Hey guys, so I'm going to be cooking for you again this evening. Before the video starts, I apologize in advance if you hear a dog barking in the background. My dog's outside and she just likes to bark at random things, so if you can hear that, my apologies. Anyway, back to the meal. I'm going to be making a rice mushroom dish of some sort. Again, I don't really name my stuff, so whatever. Apparently I like to knock over knives too. But what you'll need is all here. You'll need a pan, a pot, about 4 mushrooms, 3 green onions, about a half a stalk of celery. When it comes to garlic, I like a lot, so I put 3 cloves, but for the usual person who's not so into garlic, I would just say maybe 1, so that's kind of your preference. You'll need a strainer, you'll need some brown rice, or whatever rice you want, extra virgin olive oil, some soy sauce, measuring cup of some sort. I just have a 1/3 because that's how much rice I use every time. It might vary depending on how much rice you're making for this dish, so whatever. You'll need a spatula, need a bowl to eat your stuff out of, need a fork to eat it with, and you'll need some sort of knife to chop up your vegetables. First thing you're going to do for this dish is just pretty much push away everything I already showed you in the introductory section of what you're going to need, except for your cutting board, knife, and your vegetables. And you're going to be chopping these all pretty much however you want. One note while you're dicing up your vegetables, for these green onions, don't forget to chop these off. Here, I'll just show you. These little things at the end, the little roots, you don't really need those. And in regards to the green part of the onion, you can either keep it or like chop it off, say like here. Some people don't use these. I honestly think they make a really good garnish in your dish, so you can use your own judgment for that. Oh, and if you want to see what my chopped vegetables look like thus far, I usually keep my mushrooms pretty diced up and chunky. I keep my celery tiny because I don't like it big and stringy because it bothers me, and that's just my garlic right there. Oh, one more thing. Here, I'll just take you with me. Make sure to use that pot I was telling you about and just turn your oven on like I did and just let your water start boiling while you're cutting said vegetables up, because it'll save you a lot of time. So as you can see, all my vegetables are chopped up now in the bowl that you're eventually going to be eating your rice out of. So just, again, keep that to the side. You're going to be eating out of that and using that later. Now, as you can see, my pot is coming to a rapid boil, or actually is at a rapid boil. So we're going to take this rice. It's hard to open it with one hand. So you're going to take that rice, and you're going to take your measuring cup. In my case, I'm using 1/3 of a cup. You're going to scoop it out, like so, and you're just going to pour it in your pot. One thing I forgot to mention is you're probably going to need a spoon, like this. Just give it a little stir. For my rice, it takes approximately, I let it sit for about 15 minutes or so. It really depends on your rice and everything now, but let that come to a boil and cook. As you're doing that, take this pot, this lovely pot that I was telling you about, and take your olive oil. I'm going to open it again with one hand because, yeah, I'm cool like that. And take about, I don't know, I'd say about a tablespoon or so of oil, and just let that sit there for a while, and you're going to be frying your vegetables in that. I would honestly wait until the timer gets to about 5-7 minutes before it's going to go off, because if you're cooking your vegetables too long, they kind of get a little bit overcooked. So we're going to wait for that to boil some more. So as I said, it's about 7 minutes until this rice is going to be finished. So that means, whoopsie, hit my tripod. This means this pan is going to be full of vegetables right about now. So I already pre-warmed it to about, I don't know, medium-ish. And I'm just going to put you on the tripod right here because it's hard to do what I'm going to talk about next. But you take your vegetables right here, and you take this spoon that I was stirring the rice with, and you just kind of gently pour your vegetables in. One thing that I noticed while the rice was boiling is that I probably should have used a bigger pan. for the vegetables, 2 5-in-1. But that's okay, I'll make do. I forgot that I used the other pan last time. So, just kind of, again, this is going to be a lot easier with a bigger pan, because I'm a dum-dum, didn't use a big pan. But just kind of mix them around and try to evenly coat the olive oil all over the vegetables. And you're going to be pretty much doing this, maybe not, whoopsie, not stirring it as much as I am now, just because this is the beginning and I'm trying to get them all evenly coated in this tiny pan. But yeah, you're just going to keep pushing them around and stuff and letting them cook for the remainder of your timer, which will be about 5 minutes, like I said, because you don't want to overcook them. So as you can see, my timer is now at 0, and what I'm going to do is, since this rice is cooked, I'm going to turn that burner off. As you can see here, all the mushrooms and everything is pretty cooked. You can tell because the onions are starting to be like translucent and stuff, and mushrooms shrink up a little bit. Anyway, babbling on about that, you turn that off, and we are going to be straining the rice. Now this is where the strainer that I mentioned before is going to come in handy, because you're just going to want to pretty much pour the rice in like that. After straining the rice, which you have right here, you're just going to pour it out of that strainer into your bowl that you had your vegetables in earlier. Just put your strainer back into the sink, and now you have your rice. Your rice? Yes. Your vegetables right here. So you are just going to take that along with an oven mitt because it's really hot. You know, it's really hard to do this with one hand, so I apologize if this is kind of derpy looking. I'm going to put you back on my tripod. I thought I could do it with one hand, but I can't, because I'm not that magical, unfortunately. So yeah, you're just going to shake that to even out the rice, and you pretty much, without getting a bunch of steam in your face like I'm doing, you pour your vegetable concoction all over your rice. A lot more neat than I'm doing because I can't seem to get a ton of it out. But that's pretty much what it looks like, as you can see. Next you're going to need your soy sauce. Magical soy sauce. And I like a lot, so I just kind of load the shit out of the soy sauce onto there. And I just stir that up. Again, you can customize this a little more. I was lazy and didn't spice the vegetables pretty much at all, besides the soy sauce. But yeah, you just mix it up like that evenly, and it's pretty much ready to eat now. So I'm going to head off and eat this because I'm hungry, as usual, after I'm done making these videos. And I hope you guys have a good night. Take care.